Hi, this is Mr. Ing, recording for the Math 3 quiz number 5 taken on October 2nd, 2015. First question asks you, determine if the table of values has a first common difference. The answer is yes. The reason why is you have a +1 on your x's and a +4 on your y's for each one. So your change of your y or your change of your x is 4/1, so your slope is 4. 2 points each there. Question number 2 is talking about integers, so -2 plus -7 minus 4. Well, this plus, you're adding negative numbers, so that means -2 minus 7 minus 4. These are all like terms, they're all negatives, so you can add the values 2, 7, and 4, and that'll give you -13. Question number 4 asks you to graph y equals 1/4 x plus 2. Notice how this is in slope-intercept form. So therefore your m is your 1/4, which is a rise of 1 going up 1, and then a run of 4 means going right 4. Your y-intercept is a 2 here, which means you start there at 2 on your y-axis. You'll go a rise of 1, then a run of 4. You can also go down 1, left 4. -1 over -4 gives you 1/4. If you graph this, I gave you 2 points for knowing you start the y-intercept, positive slope. Let's just say you did use the y-intercept, you knew it was a positive slope, but you had a mistake on the slope. I give you 3 points out of 4. Question number 4, you're solving this equation, 8 equals b minus 1 plus 8b. First thing I'm going to do is going to combine like terms. The b and the 8b are like terms. There's a 1 in front of this b, so that's 1 plus 8 gives us 9b minus 1. You're only doing opposites if you're going across this equal sign, across that line. So you add 1 to both sides, you'll get 9 is equal to 9b. This here equals 0. And multiplication, the opposite is division, so divide by 9 on both sides, b is equal to 1. Question number 5, fill in the blank squares so that each row and each column contain all the digits 1 to 3. Numbers in cages may repeat as long as they are not in the same row or column. So notice I have numbers 1, 2, and 3 here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. None of those repeating. Notice how it tells us the math operation we need, so they need to add to be 4. So this is 1 and 3 there. If I have 1 and 3 here, then the only thing I left there is a 2. You can think of these two numbers would have to be 2 and 3. Notice how you have to put the 3 and the 2 there. If you do make a mistake, put it in pencil so you can erase it. So those two numbers add up to be 5. And two numbers that add to be 4, that's a 1 and a 3. And then and this is a cage with 3 boxes here. Notice that there's no darkened line there, so that's 2 plus 1 plus 2 equals a 5. And all my cages mathematically work, and there's no repeating numbers in my columns or my rows. That question was 4 points. That page was at a 20. Remember, when you're doing your quiz corrections, you should be doing them in the margin here. On the back side, question number 6, multiple choice, evaluate f of x equals 7 minus 9x for f of -3. So there's my function notation. F is a function of x, so every x value you're going to put in -3, so there's my x, put in -3. So because the -9 is next to x, that's multiplication, so -9 times -3 gives me a positive 27. 7 plus 27 is 34. F of -3 equals 34. That would be choice D. Multiple choice are kind of hard to read on this black and white, so I'll just verbally tell you the answer. Find the equation of line satisfying the following conditions. So if your y-intercept is 0, -18, so your b value is -18, and your slope m is 4.7, so y equals 4.7x minus 18. I'm looking for a positive 4.7 x and minus 18, that would be choice B is your answer. Question number 8, you need to find the slope of the line. I did rise over run, so you can go up 2, then right 4, so rise of 2 and then right of 4. That reduces to 1/2. You can also use the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 after you label your order pairs. And this is the last question. Ben and his friends decide to go to bowling. The cost for the group is $15 for the shoes, plus $4 per game. What is the independent? The independent is the number of games you're going to play. So you can't. The dependent is depends on what you do. So you can determine how many games you guys are going to play. This was out of 2 points, and I call number of games G. G for games. The dependent variable, well, it depends on how many games you play, is the total cost. So dependent most of the time is the word total. Another keyword for independent is per game. Per each. That's your independence. Write a function notation where relating the total cost of the outing to the number of games played. Well, T for total cost is a function of G, how many games you guys play, is equal to $4 per game plus $15. So there's my function. How much will it cost them to bowl 2 games? Show your work. Now, a lot of students are probably just using arithmetic, but we encourage you guys to use algebra or this function notation. So this would read T of 2. This T here represents the G, number of games. You guys play 2 games. So every time you see a G, you're going to replace it with 2. There's the 2, there's a G. So you substitute G with 2. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 15 is 23. 2 games will cost the group $23. And part E. Let's see if I can get there. How many games could the group bowl with $30? So here's a question, how many games? Which means if this is the question, how many games, that means you're solving for a G. Which means then you'll substitute. So T of G means total cost per game equals $30, so you put in 30 here. Notice how now you're just left with the G, so you'll just use opposite of order of operations, PEMDAS, so you'll do adding and subtracting first, so minus 15. And then multiplication and division, so you divide it by 4 here. So 4 doesn't entirely go into 15. It goes in 3 times with the remainder 3, which means you only have enough money to bowl 3 games, not 4. And that's the reason why the answer is 3 points. That side was at 16. I hope this was helpful for you and to be successful.